What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to the Punk Rock Review Podcast, man. I'm hanging out with Mike Hillerson. He is your vocalist, correct?
I'm actually a guitar player.
Guitar player. Just kidding. Guitar player for a band called VAXINE out of New York, correct?
That's right.
Yeah, and he is also partnered with Jorge from uh, Authentic Productions NYC, and he is part of On the Streets Again 3 Fest that I'm going to next week. We wanted to hang out, kind of meet over the internet before we meet in person, chit chat about the fest, talk about how you got to be a part of all this stuff, how you guys came up with this production company and everything. So, yeah, man, what's up, brother?
What's going on? I'm super happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I have like my criteria for like guests is hilarious, dude. It's like two questions like, are you into punk rock? You want to hang out for an hour? Like, oh, then let's talk then. I like to talk to everybody about this stuff because the community is not just musicians. It's like, production companies and other YouTubers or whatever, man. It just maybe some kid that's never been to his first show and you're like, "Hey, let's talk about
Yeah,
that. How was
absolutely.
that experience?" So I just want to hear stories from people, man. But yeah, dude, are you excited for next week?
Man, I can't wait.
That's
It's
an
like
incredible lineup.
it's something really special, and I'm really happy to be a part of it. This is the first On the Streets Again festival that I'm doing with Jorge. I was at the one last year. Him and I. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just taking a deep breath.
Oh yeah. So yeah, basically, like me and him have become friends because we've been helping each other book and promote shows. And the first time we worked together was on the Mess from Mexico show, which was like, I was really excited that he asked me to be a part of that because I'm a really big fan of Mess, and it was an honor to. He had my band Vaccine open, and it was an honor to open for the Templars in New York City. It's like,
Yes.
for us, it's like that's a big fucking deal. So it was awesome. Like the whole thing was incredible. We played with our friends No Time, 45
Yeah.
Adapters, like, and after that show and after working together, we started doing more stuff. It's like I think we complement each other well. It's like I'm better at certain things, he's better at certain things, and it's like we're both just trying to put on killer punk and oi shows.
That's awesome, dude. Man, you just named a bunch of bands and people that I'm a big fan of. Have you heard Perry's other band, Before Dawn?
No, I haven't actually.
Dude, they're on my label, man. It's him and Dave 40. It's Perry
Uh,
from the Templars, Dave and two other dudes, the drummer, and I think it's the drummer and Dave. It might be another person from Clip 45, and then one of the guitar players was in that band Mads, or still is in that band Mad Sin.
All
Uh,
right, that's a
dude, it's
that's a
like,
that's a super group right there.
yes, dude, it really is. Like when
Yeah.
they hit me up, that's how I became friends with Perry because he just like I think he saw a video I did on Oi or something, but he hit me up and was just like, "Hey, I got this other project and I'm just looking for labels." And I was
Awesome.
like, "Is this really Perry Templars?" I'm like, "What?" So we start talking, we become friendly, and I'm like, "I'll absolutely do whatever you need, man." But
Awesome.
you should check them out. They're really good, man. Very, very
I
good
will
music.
for sure. And also like, man, it was like like I I'm younger than the Templars guys. Like actually like my soon to be wife is in the band Baby Shakes, a power pop band from New York City, and they
Dude.
have a connection to the Templars. And it was like, my first time really getting to like hang out with those guys, and I was like amazing people, like super nice guys, super easy to talk to. Like they're about that life, and it's
Oh man, amazing band, dude. And
oh dude, classic.
I've only met Perry from that band, so I don't know any of the other guys. But like I'm actually dropping an episode with him that goes up tomorrow. But
Killer.
we
Awesome.
just we just got on and like talked over each other for an hour about punk bands we're listening to, and we hadn't talked in a little while. And I'm like, "Hey, you want to jump on and talk?" He's like, "Hell yeah!" So, uh,
Awesome.
yeah, man, it's I had to do like a what are they called, disclaimer, because I kept there was like a lag in the feed or something,
Yeah.
and I just kept thinking he was done with his sentence, and then I would start talking, and then he would finish his thought, and I was like, "Oh crap!" And I kept talking. I felt so bad. I still am like really antsy about that one going up. People are gonna roast me for it, but
It's
it is
awesome.
what it is, man. It is what it is. So, on the streets again 3. this lineup is bananas, dude. So how did you guys? Are you a part of Authentic Productions NYC?
No, so that's Jorge's production company is
Okay,
Authentic. I do my own similar thing called Insist on Punk.
got you. Okay, I was wondering where how that was worked out. So it's two
Yeah,
separate production companies that are working together to put the fest on.
exactly.
Got
Exactly.
you, got you. That's cool, man. That makes a lot of sense, actually, dude. Forming a partnership like that's important, man. I got a lot of people that are
Yeah.
really instrumental to my success on anything that I do. That
I
you
mean, I
have to have
think
people like that.
I think like a big thing about like in New York, there's so many people who do who book and promote shows,
I can
and
imagine.
in the past, like people get competitive, like people step on toes, and I think what I've learned, is that it helps all of us, like kind of having this community of like people that we can rely on when we're doing these bigger shows and like just anything, like it's like and it needs to be said, it's like On the Streets Again is like is Jorge's baby, and like he brought me on for help, but there's a lot of people involved with making this work. It's like it's not it's not an easy undertaking to do a fest, and it's like we wouldn't be able to do this without like all these other promoters, people from like punk metal world that are like they're doing their thing for us, and we appreciate it.
That's awesome. Yeah, it feels like there's this weird community, and I honestly I feel like I'm a part of it at this point, man. And it's got to do with a bunch of the bands that are on this lineup because they're people that I know through people that I'm friends with, like Ryan and all the guys in Liberty and
Mm.
Justice and Bullshit Detector and Concrete Elite, and like through them I've met people, but then all of a sudden I realize, oh well, they know somebody that I know that's from that scene that I didn't meet through them, so we've got common friends there too.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's a really, and I think that that community has
Yeah,
been really good about making things like this possible because everybody really wants it
100%.
to succeed.
I mean, and like when Jorge like approached me about helping, like what he was stressing the most is not like, oh, like I need you for this. He's like, I want to book more punk bands, like he's like, I know it's like an Oi festival, but I want to like branch out a little bit. So it's cool. So some of the stuff that I brought to the table on this one is stuff that he's not necessarily familiar with, and it was the same with me with some of the contemporary Oi bands. And I have a connection to Liberty and Justice because I was in another hardcore band called ADHD that played in Houston 2 years ago, and we played with Trash Mags.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Um, but for me, like a lot of the Liberty and Justice guys, it's going to be my first time like meeting them in person, but like they've been like super cool to correspond with, and I've become a fan of their band too. So
Isn't that isn't that the
it's like
weirdest thing though? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, no, not at all. It's weird, but it's like fucking cool, right? Like I mean, it's like there's always been this exchange of music, like even before like internet. It's like there's this like awesome fucking story that like I read in like a zine archive. It's like some zine from the 80s that got uploaded, and it talks about how uh BGK, the hardcore band from Holland in the 80s, they had hosted the Dicks from Texas like on their first European tour, and they asked the guys in the Dicks, they're like, yo, how do we go and tour in the US? And this is like, I don't know, like 1984, 1985, something like that. So he just gives them a list of telephone numbers, and they just fly to LAX and start calling numbers. And one of the numbers on the list is fucking is Dave Dichter from MDC, and he just picks up and he's like, oh yeah, he's like, you guys friends with him, like whatever, blah blah blah. Sets them up a tour, and it's like, it's like we have like technology now where it's like we're able to meet people through social media, like this and that, but it's like it's always been like that. It's always been like, oh, like we're punks, we have this network of friends. It's like if this motherfucker fucks with you, oh, I don't know if I can curse on your show. But if this guy fucks with you, then and I fuck with this guy, then you got to be good people, and
Right.
it's like you're already like vetted through so and so. So it's like, yeah, man, it's like if Jorge's like, let's put this band on, I fuck with the people, like the music is awesome. It's like I trust it, So it's like it's fucking cool.
That's exactly what it is. It's always been. I mean, we're doing the same thing now. We're just doing it on a computer screen instead of a payphone. But like, it's definitely easier. I'm not gonna act like it's not, but it's still
It
the same. It's still the same thing. Like, hey,
really is.
if he puts me in touch with somebody, or if you put me in touch with somebody, I'm just gonna assume they're good people until they screw me around, and hopefully that won't.
Exactly.
I don't expect that to happen. I'm just saying, like, in the event that somebody's a jerk off, you'll find out pretty quick. But like,
Essentially.
it's that's what's good about this stuff is it's always been about reputation is important, and that goes a long
Yeah.
way. Like owning a small business, I've realized, like, hey, look, like I have a guy that comes in and sells me records pretty regularly now, right? And I asked him, I'm like, hey, you ever take these to anybody else? And he's like, I used to. He's like, but when I met you, he's like, I just stopped. And I'm like, oh, okay. I said, do I just pay more? And he's like, well, it's not just that. He's like, you pay more most of the time. He's like, but you have less overhead, which is true.
Yeah.
I have a very small place. And he's like, but you're always so transparent. He's like, every time I've ever dealt with you, you've written down all the records and you go, here's what I'm going to sell them at. Whatever that total is, I'll get this much off. I'll give you this percentage. He's like, it's never an argument. It's just like, here's what I can sell it at. Here's what I can offer.
Yeah.
You like
Yeah.
that? If he doesn't, he doesn't. If he does, he does. But I don't, lying to people, trying to get over on people,
Yeah.
and that goes with booking shows too. Like, oh, yeah, come down. We'll give you $300 so you can get to the next place. And then they get down here, and then, oh, well, all I got is $172, man. You take it or leave
Yeah,
it, buddy.
man.
Man, you're never coming back to that city because of a promoter. Like, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
Your reputation's important.
And it's like I've been booking punk shows since I was like 14 years old. Like it's like it's like this constant learning thing. It's like it's really like, booking a good show, it's like you really like you can get lucky, but it's like knowing what you're doing is really helpful. And it's like, we consider things like that, like, not just in punk rock and oi, but it's like booking anything. It's like if you promise somebody something, you have to fulfill that. Like whether it's a fucking legal contract or not, it's just like it's integrity.
Yes.
It's like you just got to fulfill your end, and it's like I don't. It's like and literally like and it's like I've fucking done it too. It's like sometimes you come out of pocket. Like if you said you're gonna pay somebody something and it doesn't deliver, you still gotta fucking pay them, and you gotta take it on the chin. You
Yes.
know, and
Yes.
uh and like that's the thing, and like people argue like, oh well, not everybody's in a position where they can do that, and it's like, well, then they shouldn't book shows.
100%.
Yeah,
They should just not,
and
dude.
it's just that.
That's my version of that is my label. Like I don't make promises that I can't fulfill. Like if I tell somebody,
Yeah,
"Hey, I can do this," then I have guaranteed that that money is spent on that. And it's like I just had a guy the other day send me some music and it was really good, but they're not touring yet, and he wanted vinyl, and I was like, bro, if you want vinyl and you're not touring, you're gonna have to
yeah,
go somewhere else, man. I was
yeah.
like, I was like, if you're starting to play shows and you want some tapes or some CDs, let's talk, man. That's affordable. I can afford to lose, a few hundred
You,
bucks, but I
you,
can't lose
you,
three and a half
yeah,
grand.
yeah.
Like,
What's up, man. It's like it's real hard to move records on your own. Like it's like the
yes,
band's
yeah.
got to be out there doing the work and promoting it 100%.
Yeah, a lot of the bands are just young and excited, and I get it, man. My least favorite thing in the world is like declining a band for any reason. Like
Yeah,
I get on a daily basis, I get asked about, hey, can you promote my or not? They don't call it promotion, even though it is. Hey, can
uh,
you review my band on your show? And they think it's just like something I can just do. I'm like, man, first off, I do this for a job. This is a full
yeah,
time job. I don't make full time money yet, but I'm getting there.
yeah. Great.
I'm like,
Yeah,
it's a job. Second, I get money based on like viewership. So if you're a band that nobody's ever heard of, and I make a video and I spend 2 hours doing it,
yeah,
I gotta have something for that. And so I have a litmus test, and it's a very,
yeah,
very small amount of money. Yeah, man, I can do a promo video for you, man. You got $20? If they're
yeah.
not willing to put $20 into their band, it tells me that I shouldn't waste my time. It
Well,
isn't really about the $20. It's about
you know what I've noticed in the past like 10, 15 years, like that maybe even in like the past couple years, that really kind of like is shocking to me as like, like an older punk. Like I'm like in my late 30s, and
yeah, I'm
it's like
43. I'm old as dirt.
I mean, dude, it's like even I mean, punk is for the kids. It's like I take pride in being a fucking old punk, right? But like what I've noticed about the younger scene, and fucking bless them, man. I mean, if it wasn't for all these kids getting into fucking punk hardcore oi, it's like this thing that we love would fucking die. But I think the craziest shit is like I've noticed a lot of bands will try and get tape labels and like regular labels, whatever. Not, didn't mean anything by it, but anyway, like
No,
fucking
no, no. I ain't taking
but
offense.
tape labels are real labels, guys. but
Right. I mean, I
but
knew that. I just
it,
knew it was a descriptive
I
word, not a diss or nothing.
I'm just making jokes, man. But anyway, fucking it's like these bands will ask to have their demos put out, and it's like shit, man. When I was a fucking kid and I was playing in bands, it's like you fucking find 100 cassette tapes or you dub over some shit, and like it's like you self-release it. It's like what
Especially
happened
the
to
demo. Especially the
especially a
demo,
demo.
man.
It's really funny to me that like like bands will like not do the DIY part of releasing music anymore.
Okay, dude, this is probably gonna hurt some feelings, man, but I'm gonna be brutally honest. That is a hardcore thing, not a punk rock thing.
No, man, I've noticed it in the punk community as well.
Okay, maybe I'm not going to say that this doesn't exist, but I'm going to say that is a largely a hardcore kid thing.
Yeah.
That is like I say 4 to 1 that's a hardcore band thing, and it's not like a disrespectful thing. Those are different communities, man. Like at least in Texas, they're
Oh,
different.
totally.
So like
Also, I
it's
feel
just
like
a different way of looking at things. It's not like and it doesn't mean it's good or bad. I'm not saying it in that
right.
way. I'm just saying like I noticed that hardcore kids have a different like idea of how it's going to work, and then the punk kids are usually like, and on the other flip side of that coin, the hardcore kids demos will sometimes and often I'd say be a little better sounding. So you'll get
Oh,
like
100%.
so there's pluses and minuses, checks and balances on both of those. But like I've noticed that the hardcore kids will look for a label to do because I don't think they're quite as into the DIY culture as
No, I
the
think
punks are.
especially
Maybe it's
I
not by
this
a giant margin, but to a degree.
this is just an observation as an outsider because like I drove like this band Killing Frost from Finland who kind of in my opinion like kind of toes the line of like a punk rock band and a capital H like hardcore band. So like I drove them down the East Coast to FYA Fest, which is like a procore or hardcore fest, and it made me realize it's like I'm from the punk world, man. It's like that I'm a total tourist there, and like it's all new and fascinating, Like it's like it works so differently than what I'm used to that it's really crazy, like you
No,
know.
that's exactly what it is. It is different, man. It
Yeah.
does work different. And I don't. Again, I certainly do not mean that with any disrespect. I don't.
Oh
I
no way!
and
I think it's awesome.
I take that from strictly my personal experiences because I get sent a lot of music, and the people that want me to put out demos versus people that want to put out like an EP or an LP, a lot of the demo stuff is coming from the hardcore community, and a lot of the other stuff is coming.
It's
So that I'm just going based on my experiences. And
totally.
if I was a young hardcore kid, man, and I put all my time and energy into putting out, making a good demo,
Yeah.
I'd shop it. But I
Fucking
also,
yeah. Yeah.
being a
Absolutely.
43-year-old punk rocker, I'm like, why don't you just put it out on a tape, man? Like, or I'll help, but it's not going to really do a whole lot that you couldn't do. But let's do it.
the
But
the the channels of music like between like YouTube and Spotify and Bandcamp and physical media it's mind blowing to me these days, but it is what it is.
I love it. But it's because I love music so much that I don't look at. Yeah, I don't want to get in a debate on like what's okay and what's not okay, what's good, what's not good, as far as like
No.
all of the streaming services and stuff. But I look at everything that's out there like a tool. It is not up to the tool to do the work. It's up for you. It's up to you to use the tool. And
Yes.
not all tools are created equal. Some of them are kind of expensive and don't work that great. Some of them
Yeah.
are real cheap and they work really well. But you got to use the tool.
100%.
Got to
That's
use the
right.
tool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you want to make a living doing music, now is the best time in the history of man to do that. You can make now. It's not going to be easy, but it's if you want to make a living, or if you at least want to be in a band that you can go tour or do stuff and travel with it. Now is the best time in the history of man to do that.
Absolutely. But no, but know that for the people out there hearing that advice, it's not easy and you got to work
No,
your
no, no, no,
fucking
no.
ass off. Yeah.
No, you have to do the work. The people think I did the work, man. I wrote the songs, I recorded them. That's not the work, man. That's the fun
Oh.
part. The work is the work is like figuring out all the internet crap. It's doing your social media posts. It's calling people repeatedly. It's shopping to labels. It's paying the dude that runs the YouTube channel to promote
Mhm.
your band. And I don't need
Yeah.
mean me, just anybody. There's a bunch of YouTubers that do that, and none of them ask for $20. Let me be real clear. I know what these other people are asking for, and it ain't
Yeah.
$20. But like, you know, but it does require that. It does take that. And people are like, well, that's not very fair. Well, how's it not fair? It's everybody's trying to get food in their mouth. That's what it's at the end of the day. You got a message to spread, but you still have to eat. Everybody
Yeah.
does. It's
Yeah.
interesting. Let's talk about this fest for a few minutes, man.
Let's do.
I am absolutely I can't tell you how excited I am, dude. I've had the fortune to go to 3 fests this year. I
Yeah.
went I went to LA Punk Invasion, I went
Very
to Punk Rock Bowling, and now I'm going to this. And I don't
awesome.
know that I could rank them. I don't think that because they're all different,
Yeah. Oh, so different.
but I will say I am genuinely just as excited about this as I was either of the other two because they're different lineups. And I feel like I got just a blessing of a year, man. I got
Yeah.
3 incredible lineups because, dude, I'm telling you, I've been wanting to see Judah for
Oh, hell yeah.
so long. And then when I found out that Avilda was playing, and then I get to see Bullshit Detector, who's on. I've done 5 of their releases. Like
Yeah,
I
and
want to see them,
they're awesome. I'm super
dude.
excited to see them.
They're like one of my favorite bands, period, dude. And like to be able to go see them in another city is what I'm excited about. I get to go see my
Yeah.
friends and Liberty Justice, Concrete
They're gonna
Elite.
kill it. They're gonna kill it. I've had the
So,
pleasure of seeing Concrete Elite. Fucking awesome band.
dude,
Awesome band.
those dudes rip, especially live.
That's actually when I met Claim Choice was when they were on tour with Concrete Elite. But
Man,
and both those bands are just out of control, man. So good.
I think right now, like just like right now, if you had to say, hey, what's your favorite band right now? Like my favorite band all time is Rancid. But like right now, my favorite band is Claim Choice. That's who I listen to on a
Yeah.
daily basis. It's like Claim Choice, Bullshit Detector, and probably Puffer are the 3 that I listen to the
Oh
most.
yeah.
And
That
Beton
Puffer
Arme,
record is awesome. I mean, like, it's like I feel like my favorite bands change on like what mood I'm in, but like if I need something to
that's true.
fucking pick up my spirits, if I know I got a fucking long ass day ahead of me, that Claim Choice record is the fucking shit.
Bro, it's so good.
It's
It's so good, dude.
it's
It might be the record of the year this year.
I I played it so many fucking times it was out of control. Like it's got everything, man. It's got AC/DC influence. It has fucking Slade influence. It has like old school rockabilly influence.
It
It's
does,
just
dude.
it's just tough as fucking nails. It's like I 10 out of 10. Those guys those boys fucking killed it. It's really good.
Tough. And here's the thing, man. I'm gonna be brutally honest. Whenever I heard the Puffer and the Beton Arme, because they came
Oh
out on the
yeah.
same day, I heard those and I knew that the next week was Claim Choice. And I was like, huh.
Oh yeah.
I've heard Boot Boy, that's the single off the album. I was like, that song is like really, really good. But I don't know if anybody's gonna be able to come out and compete with this Puffer or this Beton Arme. And then it came out, and I was like, "Oh man, this is gonna be a hard year to make like a top." I love to make lists
Yeah.
and crap. I was like, "I don't know what I'm gonna do," because I like all the people in these bands. I don't want to be insulting, but like,
Oh yeah.
uh, man, we have a just a large amount of great music coming out right now.
Yeah. Truly, man. It's like of all genres too.
Dude, everything's popping off right now. Like, I mean, I don't want to like keep like talking about my label or whatever, but I kind of can't help it, man. I've put out a bunch of stuff in the last year and a
Of
half,
course,
and
and you're a good label boss and promoter if you actually believe in the fucking bands that you work with.
bro, I don't work with anybody that I don't think could be a freaking like rancid type band. Like every band that I've ever worked with, I think could do everything. That's why I wanted to work with them. I have a belief in them.
Yeah,
There's a band out of Boston called Static Friction, bro. I'm telling you, it just has to break right for them. Just one thing has to happen for them because their music is already there. The
yeah,
attitude is already there. The lyrics, the production value is already there. Like if they have an EP that we just put out together, and it's genuinely like some of my favorite music that I've ever heard. Like
awesome.
period. And it's and
Static Friction.
bro, they're so good. I'll send you a
Okay,
link to our Bandcamp later. You can listen to everything.
I can't wait. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, and then I just worked with I was a very small part of this, but there's a split record that is a band from Austin called Generation Exit, formerly Born to Lose and Nowhere Bound. They did a split with Mark Lind and the Unloved, and I have a 31 Records exclusive, uh, you know, variant. And
Awesome, awesome.
like, I mean, like I get to work with these musicians, and it's just so it's incredible, man. But yeah, there's a lot of really good music. Let me pull up the flyer for this show.
Yeah,
I start ranting and raving, dude. I can't shut up.
I also got no. It's great talking to you, man. But I'm gonna drop a special announcement for the festival on the podcast too, because I know it's coming out tomorrow, and that's when we're gonna make the big announcement. So whenever you're ready for that one, I'm excited
Dude,
about
whenever
that.
you're ready to say that. So by the time people see this, this will be public knowledge. So what's up, man? What are we doing?
So, originally we had the kids playing the Friday show,
Okay.
and unfortunately, what happened with that was that their manager let us know that they had canceled just all of their 2025 dates in the U.S. because, like a lot of other foreign bands, they're scared to try and cross the border.
Uh,
Um,
Unfortunately, I agree with that.
yeah, no, I know. I mean, dude, a lot of us do. So it was like understandable, but like in like this like miraculous last minute circumstance that somebody got in touch with me about trying to do a gig for Tommy Wright the third, uh, Memphis hip hop legend. If you're unfamiliar with his work, and what's really cool about Tommy Wright is that he has a history of like booking punk and hardcore bands to open for him
Huh.
because he loves mixing genres, like, and it's like I think uh about that Memphis rap stuff too is awesome because it's all like lo-fi and recorded by
I
any means necessary, and it's like Texas rap too, southern rap is like there's so much punk ethos, like it just makes
Yes.
so much sense. So yeah, so
That's awesome.
I'm super fucking happy to announce that Liberty and Justice, Judah, Homefront, they will be performing with Tommy Wright on the same show, which is going to be
That's amazing.
fucking. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah,
And
dude. If I sorry.
oh no, and just as somebody who's seen Tommy Wright perform too, like it's sick. That night is gonna be a party.
Oh, dude, this lineup is so. I mean, it really is an incredible lineup, man. I was gonna say if I'm listening to hip hop or rap or whatever, it's almost always something from the South, man. But
Yeah,
Memphis specifically has a sound that is very lo-fi. It's very throwback is always the word that comes to mind. It just
and
sounds.
it's dark. It's
It is
dark.
dark.
Like yeah, it's like it's like I feel like specifically Memphis and like 3 6 Mafia and stuff. It's like especially their earlier stuff. It's like it has like the same vibe as like death metal. you
Well,
know.
yeah, so did old Ghetto Boy stuff, and then you have like 3 6 Mafia. They birthed Suicide Boys. They're one of the biggest things happening in hip hop right now, or they
Yeah,
were like a year ago.
yeah, that's right.
That scene moves pretty fast, but like, uh, yeah, man, that should be fun, dude. I'm not familiar with that artist, but I will be. I'll be listening to some of his stuff when we get off the thing here in a little bit. But
Hell yeah.
so for people that aren't familiar yet, on Thursday there's like a pre-show, right?
Oh yeah.
And there's a couple of bands that I'm not familiar on there, but there's two bands that I'm like I've seen Lucy play, right? But
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't really appreciate them the way that I should have because I didn't know who they were until I saw them
Sure. Yeah.
play.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm excited to see them again.
Yeah. Great
And
band.
what's the singer's name again?
Busy
Fizzy.
Fizz.
I want to see if I can run into that dude again. He gave me his
Oh
email
yeah.
address. I'd like to talk to him on the show, but I think he's
You should.
probably.
I've known Fizz for a long time. He's a buddy, and he's a character. He'd be a great he'd be
I
a
would
great guy to
love to
have on the
talk
show.
to. Well, I just think he's kind of an interesting fellow, and I like his style of like performing on stage and his vocal
Yeah.
styling. Like, I just want to hear about that stuff. But I emailed him and he never got back to me. So I'm gonna go in there and be like, "Hey, man, let me bug you for a minute
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just
I'll
see if I
point
can
him out.
get his attention." I
Yeah.
know him by sight, but I don't. Maybe he'll recognize me from when I met him in LA and be like, "Oh, I remember meeting you." And maybe that'll be
Awesome.
like, "All
Awesome.
right, you're not a fucking weirdo." Although, I still do a bunch of weirdo stuff at this age. But Elvilda is the band that I'm
Oh,
probably second most excited to see for the whole weekend, man. Like that band is something else.
you and everybody else. It's like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
put out that record on Static Shock, and it's it's a fucking perfect record. It's like You know, it's like it scratches a lot of itches. Like it has like this like 50s girl group like French pop vibe, but it's like it's fucking rock and roll, and it's like it's a they're an awesome band, and I think everybody is really excited to see them for sure.
Well, I kept watching the video for their single, and because it gets requested on my streams a lot, right? And I'm looking at the young lady that's singing, and I'm like, I know that girl from somewhere, but I just thought she just had a familiar face. And then Jorge is like, no, dude, that's the girl from Bromure. And
Yes.
I'm like, dude, there's so many little connections. I freaking love this
Yeah.
community, dude. Like,
Yeah, I wanted them to play the fest. That band rules.
the band does rule, man. What's his name? Sings for Reeks. Waddy
uh
or
Waddy.
Waddy. That guy's in like all the good bands over there. Like,
He
jeez
really is.
Louise.
He really is. He's the king of the skins.
Or that guy rules. But Thursday night's gonna
He's-
be a
he's-
banger. So Diskette, I don't know much about them. Uh
so
I need to listen to a couple of these bands because I don't know a whole lot about a few of the ones for specifically on Thursday.
so I'm a little biased because that's my fiance's band, but they are fucking awesome. It's two members of Baby Shakes.
Oh, so she's also in Baby. Okay, okay.
Yes. So it's her and Mary from the Baby Shakes, and then this really talented guitar player Mike, who plays in the power pop band Mala Vista, who are also in
How do I spell that?
Malavista.
Perfect.
And
I'll
just
check it out.
I think it just means bad view.
I just like
But
power pop, so I don't
oh,
know a lot about it. So
you'll love Mala Vista. They're fucking awesome. I think they're a really underrated New York band.
nice. Oh,
And
they're from the States.
yep, they're from here. So it's yeah, those three, and then the drummer of Vaccine, and the front woman Danny Tucci is like a really maybe you met her. She's like a big power pop DJ, rock and roll DJ in the scene, and like she has a killer taste, and she was born to front a band. And I'm
That's awesome,
and I don't mean to be biased, but that band kicks fucking ass.
dude. Look, man, biases are fun when they're not like mean-hearted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
me promoting a band on my label. It's because I freaking love my bands that are on my label.
Uh-huh.
Like they're not. And I say on my label very loosely, man. I don't own nothing. I'm just helping out the homies, man. Um, so the is it Lugger? Is that how you spell it? Say it.
Luger.
Luger. Okay, so
Yes.
what's up with Luger? I talked to Jorge about these bands, but my memory is about as bad as it can get.
No problem at
So
all. So Luger's cool. They've been around for a minute. They haven't played for a while, but this is like their first show back.
okay.
It's actually Chris from the Templars' other band.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Nice, dude. That's
Yeah.
rad. Oh man, that's awesome. Dude, just and that's just like the pre-show. So
Yep.
let's look at okay. I'm just gonna say this lineup real quick and then people could just like salivate. We've got okay, the first is it Vile Enemy? Is that what it says?
Yes.
So short show's gonna open up with Vile Enemy. Then we have a band called War Lovers. I've listened to that band on the stream yesterday or the day before, Saturday, I think, and they were pretty good. Intimidation, I believe they were really good. Honestly, I don't know that
Great
there's any
band.
bands on here that I didn't think were like pretty great. Um, you got Intimidation, then you have Broken Cuffs. Those are the homies. Love that band. Uh, is it Pena Maxima or is it Pena?
Yeah. Penamaxima.
Pena Maxima.
Yeah.
And Liberty and Justice. That's Texas home team. Lost Legion from Chicago was one of those bands that doesn't get talked about near enough. That band's amazing.
They're awesome. I'm a big fan. And that'll be my first time seeing them. I can't wait.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play, but I've talked to him a little bit on the internet. I'm very excited. I'm gonna bring a bunch of batteries, dude. I'm gonna be out there filming
Oh yeah.
everything, dude. Uh,
That I hate you like I hate the police record they did. That's
so
it.
good, dude.
Great
And
shit. Great shit.
that little line is like I need that on like 7 different shirts so I can have one for every day of the week.
Yeah, 100%.
Uh, and then you still have Long Knife, Homefront,
Yep.
and Judah on
Yes.
Friday. Like it's
Yes.
a pretty ridiculous lineup of bands. Are any of these bands you said Lost Legion you haven't seen before?
I have not. I have not.
Anybody else you're seeing for the first time?
Uh, on this day,
Yeah.
On this day, just Liberty and Justice, I believe.
Oh, nice. You haven't seen
Yeah.
Liberty? Oh, dude, they're really good live. You'll have fun
Awesome.
watching them play.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, dude. Ah, man, those are my boys, man. All right, and then on Saturday we've got XL Bully, which I'm not super familiar with. And you have No Guard, who I am familiar with now.
Awesome band.
Dude, shout out Sully and No Guard. That band is so rad, and they're like kids, dude. Like somebody told me they're like, oh, they're like young, and I was like, oh, and I thought he meant like 25. Nah, dude, he's like 19. I was like, this
Oh
kid
yeah.
rules, man. He's a cool kid, bro. Like I'm like, if kids like this exist, we'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm excited to meet those guys. Like another band I haven't seen before, and I'm pumped to see them.
They're very good live. I caught them in San Antonio. Well, I saw them in Houston as well. Concrete Elite, and then oh man, I can't say this band's name. For how do I say the whatever Bruta band?
Oh, Fuerza Bruta.
Where's
Okay,
the? I cannot say that word, man.
you're you you're a funny Texan. You never learned any Spanish,
Bro,
but
I can say some of it, but for some reason that word I've tried that word for like 2 weeks and I just cannot say it.
uh,
It drives me nuts because I feel like a dummy, but
uh,
it is what it is.
if Fuerza Bruta is a
Where's
fucking
the?
excellent, excellent band from Chicago. Uh, Pretty established oi band. I think they've been around for a minute now, but
I've
like
seen the name a lot, which is how
they're
I.
great. You definitely check them out. Like Vaccine got to play with them at the Oppress show in Pittsburgh, and those guys fucking were excellent.
Dude, on the Spanish topic, I do wish I had paid more attention in high school to Spanish.
Yeah.
Like just being from Texas, like because I can understand quite a bit of Spanish, but I can't speak it as well as I'd like to. And
Yeah,
I love just that culture and those people. Like, oh, dude, what
absolutely.
the state of our freaking country is just maddening right now. But
Yeah.
I just wish I had more foresight to like understand. You know, all the crap your parents tell you when you're a kid. You're like, there's no way. They're all right. So if you're a 17-year-old or a 15-year-old watching this, listen to your parents. They're right. You need to learn math. You'll need it. If you want to sell
That's
drugs,
right.
you got to
That's
learn
right.
math. If you want to sell records, you got to. So no matter what you're doing,
That's right.
math is
That's right.
important. Spanish, very important
Important.
in the U.S.
Important.
So I have friends that like learn like French, which I guess right now in our scene might be paying off, but like French and German, I'm like, for what, dude? Learn Spanish or Portuguese,
Yeah,
maybe.
for sure. And you know how you can do that is listening to fucking badass punk rock from that part of the world.
You're not wrong. Speaking of mess earlier, that band rules.
Dude, they're so good. Like there's like a bunch of bands from Mexico City and Guadalajara that I'm like super impressed with. Like it because of our the fucking shitty state of our country. It's like I wish it was easier for those bands to come and play
Man,
there. But like, dude, if any contemporary punk hardcore oi band gets the opportunity to go play shows in Mexico, it's just like the scene there is incredible. It's
I've
fucking
seen a lot of footage from Mexico over the years, and it is a place that I want to go. And I know their metal scene is real healthy out there, but
yeah.
I think that reason I can't say that word is because I'm saying it, I'm thinking it wrong in my head. The R's throw me off. It's just Fuerza, right?
Yeah.
Where's the Bruta? Okay, it. I felt like I needed to say the R different, and I keep looking at it, and it's. I feel a little better now. That's good. We still
Yeah.
have like four bands after that, though.
Let's
You have
go.
Bog
Yeah.
People, and you have No
Bob.
Time. I
Yeah.
don't know much about Bog People, but I like the logo,
They're awesome.
dude. Do you know what the logo reminds me of, though? It's gonna make you laugh.
What?
It just looks like the Pog logo.
That's honestly fucking sick, dude. Like the
Bam!
that pog
Scoop! Got him,
damn that pog '90s art is like it's the punkiest shit ever.
dude. It
But
really is.
but let me tell you a little bit about Bog People. Like they're a
Please
really
do.
great band. So they released a demo in like 2009. And it's just straight like classic UK '82 punk worship. Reminds me of like Disorder or like Lunatic Fringe. Like they've really captured a sound, and they fucking are furious performers. Just like
Nice.
awesome fucking band. Um, they played New York, maybe not last summer, maybe the summer before. My memory is not good, but they killed it, man. And everybody should take the opportunity to go see that band. 100%.
Well, I'm a big horror movie guy, and that name also sounds like a horror movie title. And
Dude,
so, like,
you'll
I'm
love it.
drawn, I'm
You'll love
drawn
it.
to
It's
that band.
awesome.
Yeah,
It's
and then
fun.
you
It's
still
sick.
have after they play, we've got No Time,
Yep.
freaking Claim Choice, Crux, and then Annihilation Time. Like, it's a pretty absurd weekend.
It's I don't know how the fuck it came together, but it's sick, and those are once in a lifetime lineups for
No, I mean
sure.
that's what I mean, man. Like I'm not, you know, blowing smoke up anybody's butt when I tell you, like I'm really like honored to be able to come cover this and like film it because I get to go up there and do something. Like, do you know how many people I know in Texas that can't go to that want to, and the only way they're going to get to see any of it is because I'm going to
Yeah,
film it. Like,
yeah,
that's what I love to do. That's why I like to do this is because
yeah.
there's a community that appreciates that I'm able to do it. Well, they should thank my wife first off because she could easily be like, "Nah, I need you home," but she understands what we're doing and she gets it. She also enjoys it, but like
Awesome.
this is an incredible lineup, man. And then there's also a Sunday show that I'm gonna have to miss, unfortunately. You know, it is what it is. I
Yeah.
really like the Slads a lot, and Sikkim is another really good band.
Oh yeah, killer.
But there's like an after show on
Oh yeah,
Saturday.
that show's gonna be awesome. I'm like really excited about that. La Maquinaria de Tortura, and hey man, I had trouble with saying that too, but they're from Puerto Rico, friends of ours from Puerto Rico, and I'm super excited. Like it's like badass '77 punk rock. Like it reminds me of a whole bunch of different good stuff. Like you gotta check that band out. And they're playing with your boys Bullshit Detector, who I'm
Yeah,
stoked to fucking see. And then we have Sweet Talker, who I have not seen yet, but from the way people describe it, it's there's no way it's not gonna kick ass. And fucking we got Dog Breath, who are kind of like one of the harder bands on the bill, but they're fucking real New Yorkers, and they
it's a good
fucking
band name.
yeah,
It's
they're a
a
great
really good
band.
band
They're a
name.
great band. They're a great band.
Isn't Trash Mags playing that one?
And Trash Mags too. How could I fucking forget, dude?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know what's
stacked.
weird? It's like I've known those guys for a long time, but I've never seen them play.
Oh, they're awesome.
I mean, they're from here. I've like, you'd think I'd have seen them. I just haven't. I don't think so. I've seen him play in most other bands. He's dude. There's a man. I wish I had a CD burner. I would make you a CD. There's a. I need to get my friend to make. I'll mail a couple up to you guys. But Ryan was in a band a long time ago called I Am Wolf, and it's I've been listening to it a lot lately because I don't know. Whenever I get hyped about something, I start digging into my old music from people that are going to be there, and it's like,
Yeah,
what else did they do? And I'm like, oh, Ryan had I Am Wolf. Uh, it's very like dirty. You remember that band Hour of the Wolf?
I don't think so.
Okay. Imagine if like you know the Nerve Agents.
Yeah, of course. Love the Nerve Agents.
Imagine if like Nerve Agents did a little bit of like if they had like a little southern stank on their music. Like just I don't know if that's
Interesting.
I don't know if that's a good description. I'm gonna email you something later and it's got a
Yeah, yeah.
song.
Please, man. Yeah, yeah.
And I wanna because dude, that I used to have dude, I love that band so much that I used to have one jean jacket that I owned. That was it. I only had one. And I had a I Am Wolf stencil that I spray painted on the back of it.
Oh, killer.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we used to tag up me and Ryan. There's a dude, shout out RIP Josh Ferguson, man. He drove up to Austin when I lived up there with Ryan and a bunch of dudes in a band called Grave Robbers. And I went outside and I knew it would freak him out, but I also knew I could fix it. And I stenciled that thing on his truck window, and he freaked out. I'm like, dude, it's spray paint, man. You can scrape it off with a razor blade, bro. It's not gonna. I said I didn't do it on the paint, but he was really mad at me for a long time. Yeah, dude.
It's funny,
Yeah,
man.
man. Josh, we've lost a lot of buddies over the years, man. But Josh was a good dude, man. Miss that
Yeah,
guy.
man. You
But
know, I think it's worth mentioning, like, just the punk scene, like, globally has lost a lot of people, man, and that's another reason why we
yes,
do this, right?
man, it's crazy too, because like it's something you don't really think about much. But I'll go ahead and fanboy out on Tim Armstrong a little bit. But like, what was the song that they said? It was on. I think it might have been "Life Won't Wait," or it might have been "Indestructible." But he said, "Through music, we can live forever." Talk about Joe Strummer, and like that's so important to remember to
Hmm.
do this stuff, man. Do it if you have the passion to do it. If you really have the desire to do it because when you're gone, your friends and your family will have something. Like I leave all these videos up that I'm kind of embarrassed by because as I grow as a creator,
Yeah,
the
of
stuff I
course.
did a year ago, I'm like, ugh, gross. I
Yeah,
leave it up because my kids may want to watch it or my friends may want to check it out or something. But like, yeah, dude. I mean, especially through music, that's way more important than a YouTube channel. Like, if you got a record, man, you got something you want to say it.
absolutely, absolutely.
Hell yeah, man. Well, shoot, dude. It's probably late there because it's late here. Uh,
Yes.
let's wrap this up. And I'm very. Very excited. I'm glad to meet you, man. I can't wait to
Yeah,
come up and meet you in person. We got a new friend.
absolutely. Yeah,
That's awesome. And then
100%.
we'll see you at, well, yeah. Fucking awesome, dude. Is there anything that you want to say? Anybody you want to shout out? Anything else you need to talk about before we get out of here?
I mean, shout out Jorge.
Yes,
Shout out,
sir.
shout out Kirk Podell. He's been a huge help. Tyler Kane. Just all these people in the fucking New York punk and oi scene. And thanks to you. Shout out to you.
Oh,
Shout out
thank
to
you.
Texas. And yeah, I'll see you. I'll see you in a fucking week.
Yes, sir. Dude, that's awesome. And for anybody who's wondering, I think we're gonna probably be able to link up with Mike and Jorge and do like a post fest thing. And what I was thinking was is I got some new software and I was thinking what we could do is we could like reminisce and then play a couple of songs from the bands we had the most fun watching or something and just
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
that would be fun, man.
hang out for like a couple of hours if you have the time and just
Yeah.
make a real long video out of it and just to celebrate the success of what I think is going to be an excellent weekend.
Thank you so much. And
Yeah,
yeah, man. Thank you for having me.
absolutely, man. Thank you guys for your hospitality up there. I haven't been there yet, but I already feel very welcome. I can't wait to come up and hang out, man. And I'll see you next Thursday, bro.
All right, man. Cheers. Have a
All
good
right,
night.
everybody. Thank you guys. Hey, tickets are still available. Go check it out if you want.
Right.
I'll put links in the description, man. Support these guys because this is like the lifeblood of what we love. So make sure you support when you can. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time on the Punk Rock Review. Peace.
Peace.
Later, brother.
Later.